and welcome to my channel. My name's Denise and I'm doing all things over 60. I'm 63 and I'm finding more things to deal with as I go. So it's just kind of a learning process, and I feel I've kind of mastered a few things, and I'm still always open to learning new things. And so I think I've mastered a few tricks and tips to help disguise some of the areas that I want disguised and enhance some that I want enhanced. So if that sounds interesting to you, welcome to my channel. All right, I'm gonna put my hair up. I need to really wash my hair, but I'm not going to have time, and I don't generally like to use dry shampoos, but I am going to use, I've never tried this. I usually use I want to say Dove, maybe it might be Ivory. It's one of the less expensive ones that I usually use, so I haven't tried this Batiste texturizing, but we'll try that a little bit later. And so I've got quite a few things I've got to do tonight, so I've got to really make this makeup count. I'm gonna just go ahead and this is Superfix by Revolution, and it's a fixing spray. It's Dewey. I'm just gonna start off with that. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna plump up my lips. I'm just gonna use a simple under eye moisturizer. It can be anything. It doesn't even have to be specific to under eye. In the summer, I like to use a lot of waxes as far as a chapstick underneath my eyes, I think, and a few other places. I think that really helps. Today I'm going to use a little bit more of a heavy hitter. I'm going to use something a little bit stronger than the eraser. Because I've got an acupuncture appointment and in the morning and in a few hours here, and then I've got another appointment later on. For a softer look, I don't go completely underneath the eyelash, and I also like to take the heat of my fingers. You'll have to excuse my hands. I'm letting my fingers rest, and I haven't gotten a chance to put anything on them yet besides just a little paint. Anyway, I like to use my finger to kind of melt that in there, because this It Bye Bye is pretty, I'm sorry, maybe I didn't mention it. This is the It Bye Bye, and that's pretty pigmented, and it's pretty thick, quite thick. So, and then instead of using what I usually use to put over it, I'm going to use something a little different today as well for that. So I'm going to also use, instead of the translucent today, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible, and this is great. It's, oh, actually, do you know what? No, I will. I'll use the L'Oreal Infallible with a really soft brush, very soft bristle brush, just right. I tend to lose my color right in the corner here. Today, I think instead of wearing a liquid, I'm going to use this Revlon Color Stay Aqua. And I've mentioned this before. It is one of my favorites. I do love the way it feels. It's got that coconut water in it, and so it just feels so great. So I'm going to use that today. Just going to brush this up into my hairline. I'll be using my matte. This is an older one. This is called Like Me, Love Me. Set my under eyes. I also like to put powder on my eyelids before I put on any kind of shadow, because it just seems to hold on to the shadow just a little bit better for me. And let's see, going to use my NARS. This is Laguna, and just kind of shade out the neck. You know what I think I'll use today too, because I look a little bit one-dimensional, which a lot of times when you use powders that will happen. I need to redo my hair. I can see in this viewfinder how dark the roots look. Anyway, I'm going to use this Symphony, and this is a J-Cat, and this is their Face Obsession. They've got some really pretty colors in here, and I think I'm just going to give myself a little sparkle maybe with this one right here. It's really very light, but it has a little sheen to it. Give a little movement to the middle of my face, so that I've been trying to get, or not get rid of, but decrease the look of my marionette. This is what I'm going to use for that. This is called Bubbly, and it's hard candy, and you get it at Walmart, I believe. And so I like to highlight the corners of my eyes, right here. I don't like to do any kind of shine at the tip. I feel that's dated looking. I'm going to do a little bit right here. Okay, so here, and on this, I'm going to highlight on the other side of that highlight. I had tried it before without highlighting that, and I tried to deepen it, and it looked okay, but I'm going to try this way. Now, today I'm going to be using my e.l.f. This is translucent. I'll just use this to take my little powder puff and all right, well, my experiment with this bubbly in the marionette lines, I don't know that I am sold on that. It just doesn't look right. You can see the shine through it. So I kind of just put powder on that and took it off because that's just not going to work. Okay, well, we tried. And that's the whole idea, is just, you know, trying new things and seeing if any of them are going to, you know, throwing it on the wall and see if it'll stick. You know, see if it works. I use my X's and O's by ColourPop. This has got a great color story. And I'm going to use my flat brush, and I'm going to give myself a wash, and I'm going to use this is Fortunate. I've got hooded lids, so let me just get rid of those really quick, and I just go above my brow with either darker peach, a brown red like this, pumpkin, ecru's, browns, just not a flashy color, or you can do that if you want. I'm just trying to look natural today. And then I just flick it up towards my eyebrow. I find that gets rid of that just fine. I stopped using my Foreo, and boy, let me tell you, that was a mistake. I can totally tell my skin is starting to sag again. Okay, so we got rid of that. I'm gonna just make it real simple today, and this is a beautiful color. This is called Rookie, and it's this. I'm just gonna use that in the middle. I like using my fingers for sparkles of any kind. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use this kind of a yellow. It's called Issues. The eyebrows, I am going to use English Clay. It's this one. And it's waterproof and it looks super light in this palette, but on my skin, it's pretty perfect. I haven't done a talkie in a while. Put the mascara on, my first coat. This is matte ink, and I believe this is Ringleader. Good. So I don't use it to the very end of my lips. And I don't use it all over my lips because I feel like it's pretty drying. And it can look crackly and old if you don't smooth it in correctly. I don't go to the ends of my lips. I like to make sure and get the inner lip so there's no line of demarcation in there. I don't like that. That's drying. All right, those feel fairly dry. I'm gonna go ahead and stick my brush in my translucent, put this back on. Eyelash curler. I actually think I need to give myself a haircut because these are twigging out. All right, well, that's the look. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you here next time. Bye.